into their 80s, while others develop dementia much earlier? Dementia isn't something that happens overnight. It's the result of years of silent habits that slowly damage the brain. The good news is that many of these habits can be changed, and doing so could protect your memory and even extend your life. In this video, we're revealing the 5 worst daily habits that can increase your risk of dementia, especially after 60. These are habits many people overlook, things you might be doing right now without realizing the harm they cause. The earlier you identify and correct them, the better your brain's chances of staying alert, energetic, and strong for decades to come. Stay with us until the end, because the final habit may surprise you. It's something so common that even people who live healthy lives still do it without thinking. If you truly want to protect your memory, independence, and peace of mind, you'll want to hear this. Now, let's begin. Number 1, lack of sleep and nighttime neglect. Sleep is the brain's natural repair time. When you skip it, shorten it, or constantly interrupt it, your brain begins to age faster than the rest of your body. During deep sleep, your brain clears away toxins, balances hormones, and strengthens the connections that help you form and store memories. But when you don't get enough rest, harmful proteins like beta amyloid start to build up around the brain cells, forming the same plaques linked to dementia and Alzheimer's. Think of your brain like a computer. Every night it needs a few hours to shut down and reboot. When you don't give it that time, old files pile up, errors go unfixed, and eventually the system begins to slow down. Over months and years, this creates fogginess, forgetfulness, and confusion that people often dismiss as just getting older. But it's not age, it's exhaustion. One of the worst habits many older adults fall into is cutting sleep short to watch late night television or scroll through their phone. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, making it harder for your brain to enter deep rest. Even waking up several times during the night can break the natural rhythm of brain cleansing, leaving behind waste that accumulates over time. If you're over 60, your sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about preserving your clarity, personality, and independence. Start by setting a consistent bedtime and turning off all screens, at least 1 hour before bed. Avoid caffeine after mid-afternoon and make your bedroom a quiet, cool sanctuary, where your brain can truly recharge. You don't have to sleep longer than your body needs, but you do have to sleep deeper. The sharper your mind feels in the morning, the more protection you've built overnight. Each night of good rest is like giving your brain a fresh start, a reset that can help prevent dementia years down the road. Number 2, ignoring social connection and isolation. One of the most underestimated causes of dementia in later life isn't just what happens inside the brain, it's what happens outside of it. Humans are wired for connection, and our minds depend on interaction, the same way our bodies depend on food and oxygen. When seniors isolate themselves, whether by choice or circumstance, their brain loses stimulation, and the pathways that maintain memory and awareness begin to weaken. When you talk with someone, recall a story, or share a laugh, your brain is doing something extraordinary. It's exercising. Every conversation requires memory recall, emotional regulation, focus, and empathy, all crucial skills that keep your brain cells active. But when those interactions stop, the brain begins to shut down, the very circuits that once kept it strong. Studies have shown that loneliness can increase the risk of dementia, as much as smoking or obesity. For many older adults, isolation begins slowly. A spouse passes away, friends move, mobility becomes harder. Before long, days turn into weeks of silence. And while solitude can feel peaceful at first, chronic loneliness triggers stress hormones like cortisol, which over time shrink the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. When this continues unchecked, forgetfulness, confusion, and emotional numbness start to appear. Staying socially engaged doesn't mean attending big gatherings or loud parties. It's about consistency and warmth, regular phone calls, neighborhood walks, or joining a local hobby group. Even spending time with grandchildren or volunteering can reignite parts of the brain that have been dormant. If mobility or distance makes it difficult, technology can bridge the gap. Video calls, online discussion groups, or even sending voice messages can make a profound difference. What matters most is feeling connected, needed, and heard. The mind thrives on purpose. When you wake up knowing someone is expecting your call, your brain gets an instant boost of vitality. The connections you nurture today don't just make life more meaningful, they strengthen your brain's defense against decline. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, poor diet and nutrient deficiency. Your brain is the hungriest organ in your body. It consumes more energy than your muscles, your heart, or even your liver. Yet many seniors unintentionally starve their brains every day, not by eating too little, but by eating the wrong foods. Diets high in processed ingredients, sugars, and unhealthy fats slowly rob the brain of oxygen and nutrients, leading to inflammation, poor circulation, and ultimately cognitive decline. When you eat foods that are rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins, your brain thrives. But when your meals are built around fried foods, refined carbohydrates, and sugary drinks, they trigger oxidative stress. That stress damages neurons and reduces communication between brain cells, gradually eroding memory and focus. Over time, this inflammation can become chronic, setting the stage for dementia. The connection between diet and brain health is powerful. Studies show that people who eat a balanced diet, like the Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes vegetables, nuts, olive oil, and fish, have a much lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. That's because these foods nourish the brain, while protecting it from harmful free radicals that destroy brain tissue. Another dangerous habit is skipping meals, especially breakfast. Your brain needs steady glucose levels to function properly. When you skip meals, your blood sugar drops, leading to fatigue, confusion, and irritability. Over years, irregular eating patterns can strain your metabolism and increase insulin resistance, which scientists now link directly to memory loss and dementia. For seniors, hydration is just as vital. Even mild dehydration can shrink brain tissue temporarily, causing headaches, slower thinking, and forgetfulness. Water keeps the brain's electrical signals running smoothly, but as we age, our thirst signals weaken, making it easier to forget to drink enough. If you want to feed your brain properly, focus on natural, colorful foods. Blueberries, spinach, salmon, walnuts, and avocados are not just healthy foods, they are brain defenders. Each bite sends antioxidants and essential fats to your neurons, repairing damage and strengthening your mental resilience. And don't underestimate the harm of excessive salt or sugar. High sodium restricts blood flow to the brain, while sugar spikes cause inflammation that interferes with memory formation. Cutting these out gradually will not only protect your heart, but also your cognitive future. Every meal is a message to your brain. The more wholesome and nutrient-rich your plate, the clearer, sharper, and stronger your mind becomes. You're not just eating for your body, you're eating to preserve your identity, your memories, and your independence. Number 4, sitting too long and avoiding movement. A sedentary lifestyle is one of the silent destroyers of brain health, especially after 60. The human brain thrives on circulation, and every heartbeat that pumps fresh oxygen through your body also fuels your mind. But when you spend most of your day sitting, whether in front of the TV, at the dining table, or simply resting too long, your blood flow slows, your oxygen levels drop, and your brain begins to lose vitality. Many seniors assume that physical movement only benefits the body, but science shows it's one of the most powerful tools for protecting memory and mental sharpness. Regular movement boosts a chemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, which helps new brain cells grow and protects existing ones from damage. When you stop moving, your BDNF levels plummet, leaving your brain vulnerable to shrinkage and premature aging. Even short periods of immobility can take a toll. Research reveals that sitting for more than 8 hours a day can reduce blood flow to the brain by nearly 30%. Without that steady oxygen supply, neurons start to slow down and communication between brain regions weakens. The result? Sluggish thinking, shorter attention spans, and eventually memory decline. But movement doesn't have to mean strenuous exercise. Gentle walking, stretching, light gardening, or even standing up and pacing during phone calls can make a difference. The key is consistency, moving your body every hour, keeping your circulation active, and reminding your brain that you're alive and engaged. One of the most inspiring examples is a man named Frank, who's 78 and once struggled with joint pain so severe that he barely left his chair. After his doctor encouraged him to start small, Frank began walking around his living room during commercials and doing light stretches before bed. Within 3 months, his balance improved, his memory sharpened, and he felt younger than he had in years. Movement reawakens not only your muscles, but your entire nervous system. It delivers nutrients to your brain, reduces stress hormones, and helps flush away toxins that contribute to dementia. When you choose to move, you are literally feeding your brain with life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, chronic stress and lack of mental rest. Stress might seem like just an emotional reaction, but inside your body it's a biological storm, and your brain is at the center of it. When you experience long periods of stress, your brain releases cortisol, a hormone designed to help you survive danger. But when that stress becomes constant, cortisol starts to damage the brain structure itself, particularly the hippocampus, the area responsible for memory and learning. Many seniors underestimate how deeply chronic stress affects their cognitive health. It doesn't always come from dramatic events. Sometimes it's daily worries about finances, health, family, or loneliness that slowly wear down the nervous system. Over time, this constant tension can shrink brain tissue, block new cell growth, and make it harder to form or retrieve memories. When stress isn't managed, sleep suffers too. And sleep is when the brain performs its cleanup, clearing away toxins and repairing damaged connections. Without deep, consistent rest, harmful proteins begin to accumulate, the same ones found in the brains of people with Alzheimer's disease. You might wake up groggy, forget small details, or feel mentally foggy. And it's not just age, it's exhaustion on a cellular level. Finding calm doesn't require perfection. It's about creating moments of peace within your day. Meditation, prayer, slow breathing, or simply sitting in silence with a cup of tea can reset your nervous system and lower cortisol levels. Even laughter, music, and gratitude journaling have measurable effects on brain chemistry, increasing serotonin and dopamine, the hormones that restore balance and joy. Some seniors find peace in routine, morning walks, reading before bed, or tending to plants. These small habits signal to the brain that life is safe, predictable, and worth engaging in. The calmer your mind, the better your brain can focus, process, and remember. There's also the power of letting go, of resentment, guilt, or fear. Carrying emotional burdens is like carrying weights that tire your brain out faster each day. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, releases that mental tension, freeing up energy for healing and clarity. The truth is, a peaceful mind protects the brain more effectively than any pill. When you create space for rest, joy, and quiet reflection, your neurons flourish. You start to think more clearly, remember more vividly, and feel more connected to yourself and the world around you. Because at the end of the day, the strongest brains aren't those that never feel stress, they're the ones that learn how to recover from it. Final thoughts. As we grow older, the most powerful tool we have for protecting our memory isn't medicine, it's awareness. Dementia doesn't arrive overnight. It builds slowly through small daily habits that either nourish or harm the brain. What we eat, how we move, how we rest, and how we manage our emotions all shape the strength of our mind in later life. If you've recognized even one of these habits in yourself, don't feel discouraged. Change at any age is possible. The brain remains flexible, capable of healing and creating new connections. Each positive decision you make, getting more sleep, drinking more water, choosing real food over processed, or simply taking a walk, sends a message to your brain that you are choosing life, clarity, and strength. And remember, mental health is just as vital as physical health. Stay socially active, keep learning new things, and speak kindly to yourself. These small acts keep your neurons alive and your spirit young. You deserve to live each day with a sharp mind and a peaceful heart. Take these lessons to heart. Make small adjustments, and you'll find that your focus, mood, and memory can all improve in ways that surprise you. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching.